Hello everybody in YouTube land. Yes, we are still working on the chop on the 41 Chevy that we're building for the high class trash invitational Ratrod build off. We have got a lot done. As you saw in the last video, we got the B pillar knocked out. Well, I've taken the time off camera to do it and get the driver's side done as well. So we got her all locked in. Don't look at that, that's not pretty yet. We'll make it prettier. I've been welding on the top, as you can see maybe. Let's go around. Let's go around so you can actually see probably what's going on. I've been knocking a bunch of welding out up here. We've still got some more to do, but it's very tedious and time consuming and boring, so I get bored of it, but I spent a good few hours out here taking my time back and forth, attack, 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 attack. And we got more attack, attack, attacking to do because you can still see through, but it's taking shape and I'm actually relatively happy with how it's looking. Honestly, I was getting a little nervous there for a while, but then I learned if I took a hammer and dolly in here, it really kind of brings it up and smooths it out a little bit better than I thought it would. So I was happy about that. The problem is I can't quite reach. Like, I got long arms and I'm still struggling in here, but we're just trying to bring a flat spot up in the center. I didn't even know this was gonna work. I just thought I would try it and it's actually working. And the reason I got the idea is because you see them big C-clamp planishing hammers that, you know, professionals use. And I thought, I'm basically a big C. We can make it. So yeah, it's not perfect. It's never gonna be perfect. I just wanna be happy with it because I wasn't happy with it. But I'm not gonna do any more because I gotta do more welding here yet, and that's gonna shrink and stretch and pull metal different directions anyway, so we might as well wait on that. But today we gotta do C-pillars, at least start the C-pillars, maybe the window frame. It's not really a pillar. We'll get into this when we get there, but I wanna lock this in first. So how I'm gonna handle this is that showing up on camera? I got all those lines there. I'm essentially gonna just slice that everywhere there, and then hopefully this should be able to round around and become a bend. You can see how much, so this would be its factory location. You can see how much shifted back it is and whatever. So what we gotta do is I think I'm gonna put it back to stock down here, and we're gonna wrap this and bring this down to match this as best we can, I think is the best option. And then we'll just shorten it up to wherever it ends up being, most likely, probably. Does that sound like a good idea? Yeah, because this definitely ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Like if we shrink it up and bring it on that way, that's never gonna line up. But this way we have the potential to. We just have to do some backfill on wherever that needs to be. So that's what we're gonna start with. We're just gonna go zip, 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 cut, 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 and make it kind of accordion style. I'm hoping. We'll probably have to cut some of this out back here too, maybe. I don't know. We'll see what we get when we get there. That's what we're gonna start with though. Just start cutting. Just start cutting and then fix whatever you screw up. That's how you learn. That's how you do it, people. One thing I have actually learned and retained and taught myself while doing these types of projects, it's very important that you've got to be willing to change the plan you had and be willing to adjust on the fly to what you thought was going to work, not actually going to work and you need to do something different. It's just the nature of the beast, I think. Probably should have cut that off. Well, we'll get to that. So I ended up having to cut this and this on the car in further to make everything look the way I wanted it to look. We got a pretty good fit now. I wasn't paying attention to this line though, and I cut a little more off of here than I wanted to, but we can adjust for that. And I can't quite get sorted out down here. It's not, I can't freaking hold it in place at the right place and then, you know, make sure nothing else moves because then something else moves, whatever. It's a battle and it's challenging. It just takes a little time. So we just got to make it work somehow. So, you know, we cut it out here and we kind of just flexed it. I could go more, but I don't want to go more because it doesn't need more. This is really all it needs. It doesn't need much. So I'm probably not making any sense, but if you understand, you're welcome. If you don't, I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But we're just gonna buzz this in here a little bit. Actually, we're not gonna buzz it in. We're just gonna tack it in and kind of get, because I think I gotta do a little more fitment on the bottom. I am all over the place here. I promise, it's gonna look okay-ish when we're done. We'll just put a couple tacks in there, see how it looks, and see if we like it. How's that for an idea? Nope, that's all sorts of jacked. Look at that. It's not even, that's not gonna work. That's wrong. Oh boy, what did I do? What did I do wrong here, people? Instantly blew a hole through there because my finger is stuck on the trigger. Whoops. Oh, I think we can make this work. This is gonna come out okay-ish. Yep, I definitely think this is gonna come out okay. Ooh, hot. Now I think we are gonna just slice this right here. So hopefully that'll come in tighter, because we're not quite getting flush in here. And I think I want that. It's not much. Ow, burned my finger. Oh yeah, this is working, people. Trust the process. Trust the freaking process. You might call that cheating. I call it adapting. All right, now what do we do? I don't know either. Yay for thin old rusty metal. Yeah, like I said, it looks like garbage right now, but just trust the process and we'll make it look semi-okay. That's all there is to it. Just trust it. We just got to get past this part. And it'll start to look okay, I think, I hope, I pray. All right, I don't know if I went over this or not, but I got some chip box. I buy variety packs of chips for my snacks, for my lunch, for work. Yeah, I make my own lunch and I like chippies. So these boxes, although the size I get isn't very large, the cardboard is freaking amazing for templates, so I collect them. So if you ever see like random boxes in my garage, that's why, because this cardboard is perfect for templates. I don't drink beer, and a lot of guys use beer cartons or 12 packs or 24 packs. I don't drink that, so I don't have a supply of those around, but chip boxes, Monster Energy drink, pop, you know, whatever, soda, depending on what part of the country you're in. So just know that you don't have to go and buy special stuff to do special things. You just got to be resourceful. Anywho, I don't know why I just went on that tangent. That was kind of weird. We made a template. We made our cover. I decided instead of going and filling all these lines in with weld, seemed like a lot of work for me, and I just didn't want to do that. Being I got to come back and fill the empty spot in anyways, like up into this tight corner, we just decided that we're going to make a sheet that'll basically go in here, and then we'll cut out what we don't need, and then we just got to weld this in versus weld all these in and then fill that in. So I thought it would work out better for me. There is a little curvature here, so I just kind of went and bent it over my knee as best I could. Kind of match the shape. I think it's a little much, but we'll make her snug up and fit nice, real nice, like, kinda. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. That's all there is to it. I could have made this bigger and did more, but then you got to put this corner, like this body line's got to get put in there, and I wasn't about learning how to do that today, so we did this instead. And I think it's gonna work just dandy. We're gonna just take and put some Clecos in her and Cleco her in, and then we'll probably just start trimming her out and welding her in. Sounds like a good idea, doesn't it? Well, that's what we're gonna do. Whether it's a good idea or not, we'll find out. Let's just mark our holes now. That way we're good. I don't know how many we need. We're gonna put 5 in. 5's a good number. Okie dokie, artichoke. It fits really nice in one position, there it is, and not so well in other positions. Car's moving away, not drilling the hole. That's not helpful. Clecos, the lone worker's extra hand. Basically say, here, hold that for me. Okay, and it never argues with you, it just does it most of the time. Whoa, we're having an issue. That little ugly tack right there is holding us from sitting nice and smooth and flushly in there, so we're gonna remove it from the equation. Whoa. Oh yeah, I like that way better. Now this ugly tack is in our way. What is going on here? All right, now we're getting somewhere. I feel like I'm going a little overboard on this, but maybe I'm not. Maybe this is always the norm that you're supposed to do, and I just have never been doing it. Maybe that's the case. I've been doing under the norm. Look at that. Pretty. So pretty. So now we need to decide, do we cut it all out and then fit it back in? Or do we cut it and fit it as we go? Yeah, I don't know either. You know what we'll do? I know what we'll do. We will cut this side out and we'll leave this alone and leave that not riv nutted, clecoed. So that'll help position it for us. And then we'll just take and cut this side out. Yeah, I think I like that idea. Do I do it with the clecos in there? Well, I can get a large majority of it. Let's just see what happens. Sometimes you just gotta try and see. You either fail or you'll figure something out. Thank you. I like cookies. They're even warm and gooey still. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Thank you. All right, I can't get my cutter up into there, and I need to take a little off the bottom here, but this cleco is in the way, so we're going to remove it and see if we can't get a little better clearance in there. That cookie was yummy. Oh, it's like right there, that's the issue. Oh yeah, that's a good fit there, boys. We just gotta get that sorted out. Now, if we've done everything semi-okay, this should start to go back together now. Okay. I likey. We're just gonna get this side tacked in, then we'll cut that side. It'll be golden. You think it matters where we tack it? Oh, that's the wrong helmet. Now, with any luck, we should be able to just slice and dice and get her all welded in. I only welded this side. I didn't weld anything up here because it's got to get recessed in there yet, which will happen when we slice it here. It'll hopefully, fingers crossed, go where it needs to go. Or should go. I want it to go. Whatever the case may be. It's looking good though, folks. Pretty sure there's lead there, so that's awesome. There she goes. There she goes. For the record, I didn't know a hammer and dolly was going to do what I needed it to do to make that look better for me. But I'm not afraid to try something just to see if it'll work. If it doesn't work, then I got to figure out how to fix it. And it's a twofold. I learned two things. But there we go. She's all tacked in. Now we just got to pretty it up and make it look passable for my standards. Well, we got the old girl spun around because we're going to start on the driver's side now, but I'll just show you the passenger side that we finished up on. It came out, honestly, way better than I was expecting. It looks amazing to me. Don't get it wrong, it's still far from perfect and it's still not perfect. Not that I didn't try to get it as good as I could, it's just that's just the way it is. And why do I keep telling you it's not perfect? Because on camera, it probably looks mint. It's not. It's got a low spot here and a high spot here, and I've tried taking the hammer and dolly to it, and I've fixed it better, but I'm concerned that I'm going to make it worse before it gets better. Maybe that's just the way it goes. I don't know. But I think it looks good. But I'm starting to put like hammer dings in here. So I don't know if I got to put like I don't know if I got to polish my hammer head up or what's going on, but I'm happy with the way it is, so we're going to stop. We're just going to stop. It looks good. We're gonna go to the driver's side now and see if we can't duplicate it as close as we can. Now, mind you, you can't see both sides of the car at the same time, so if it's a little off one way or the other, I'll never tell. But roughly I want 35.5 inches to the center of the crevice. I wrote it there so I didn't forget, and well, that'll be roughly where that curvature is, measured from the B-pillar. So we have a guide to try and get it similar placement as the other side. But yeah, that was awesome. It turned out great. I'm so happy with it. Hopefully we can do it again-ish. Probably gonna time lapse a lot more of this because you see me do it once, and I'm gonna do the exact same technique this time for this side. And hopefully by the end of this video, both the rear window corner pieces are checked off the list. Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, look at that good garbage. Actually, it's not garbage. It just looks like garbage because all the tack welds are stacked on top of stacks on top of stacks because some of the metal's rusty and it burns through super freaking easy and annoyingly. Deep breath, Simon. I am so stoked at how well that came out. I've got to finish grind it, obviously, and not finish grind it. Simon finish grind it before we're done. Oh, my radio is still going. Hopefully I can get that stopped because, oh, I don't need the gorillas coming after me. All right, like I said, we got to get it finished grinded-ish. I'm going to be real honest with you. This may be just a cheap Harbor Freight hammer and dolly we have going on here. 2 years ago, never would have picked this up. Hell, last year I would have never done this. I'm not saying I'm doing better, but I'm learning and I'm figuring out how to do these things and I'm trying things and it's actually working okay-ish. It's still far from perfect, but it's better than it was a year ago, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, knocked her out. I'm running out of time today. It's time to go in, feed the kid, take a shower, get ready for work tomorrow because we got to go back at her. So I'm going to wrap this up here. Nice little bow. Not only am I proud of myself, guys and girls and gals, if you're watching, I'm not proud. Let me take that back. Rewind. I'm super proud of myself for how well this turned out in these window frames. But honestly, I'm more proud of myself for not just doing the one side, not even finishing it 100%, and walking away and doing something else that would interest me more. That's kind of my thing. I get bored doing the same thing over and over and over. So the fact that I stuck it out and we got this side done, yeah, I got to come back and grind it, but that's minor. I'm pretty happy with myself. We get that ground out and then we get to move on to the back, I suppose. We're just knocking her out, folks, just knocking her out. We still have to come back to the front and deal with the A-pillars, but that's a story for another day. Anywho's, as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to leave a comment. Give me some tips. I'm always looking for ways to improve my skills. I'm not trying to be the world's best fabricator out there, but I ain't not trying to be better than I was yesterday. So, any comments, let me know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. 41 Chevy, coming to life, baby.